Hi, this is Slimedog.
And Topo.
And today we're here playing Odin Sphere, published by Atlas, originally made by a studio called Vanillaware. Actually originally made way back on the PS2, but it's just a really beautiful game. It's got some great art, and it's sort of a sleeper classic on the PS2. It came out towards the end of the PS2's lifespan, so a lot of people didn't get a chance to play it. So I'm just thrilled to death that they remastered it for the PS4 here. It's kind of an interesting game, as you can see. It's sort of a 2D, not a platform, but a 2D brawler, I guess, mostly. Although it really plays with its own conventions pretty heavily. And this one, let's see, you've got a whip, like 1,000 different moves, and this is just one of 5 playable characters in the game.
Yeah, I noticed you picked Cutie Chick for the Let's Play. I see how this is.
I did.
They weren't all like this. This was just the last one I think you were playing with. So.
Right. Well, no, actually, she is kind of the preferred one. At least, I mean, my preferred one. After all 5 of them, she's actually the 5th one you unlock. You get a feel for the different. Each of the different characters has a different kind of look, feel, mechanic. They're across the board pretty unique.
We should show the. So sorry.
Yep.
The map thing you just like zip through and without. There you go.
A map. Each of the areas. Each character has. I think it's 7 kind of big map areas that they go through, sort of dungeony type worlds, and each world is broken out into a series of rooms. Mostly the rooms are kind of combat oriented, but there's some puzzles, some light questing, hidden things like that. This one. That's fine. But there's. I was hoping to find. Let's see. I'm gonna find a room where I can go fight something. You can
I always find it trippy because you just are doing a circle, like.
Yes, that's
circles.
actually.
It's. You can see it not on this map, but on your screen that you're on down there. You can see the circles he walks through and stuff. It's funny.
Well, no, and it's true. All of the rooms are. Well, not all of the rooms, but all the combat-related rooms are arranged. Here we go. Here's one. In a circle, like you noticed. There's no front or end of those, so you can just sort of keep going on and run up these insane combos all the way across the whole level. It means you don't get stuck in a corner in boss fights ever. There's all sorts of cool illusions there, and it's a neat design aesthetic overall. The sprite-based art's a really fun thing. As you can see, a lot of this girl that I'm using, her name's Velvet, is one of the, a lot of her moves are kind of long range and kind of juggly. They keep people in the air. Every character's got some skills that they pick up too. You can use your XP. Here's another one. Here we go. And this is a mid-boss.
Here's an actual circle one. The last one was actually a square.
Yeah.
But this one is actually a circle, which is... I thought that was interesting.
It is. It's a clever way of doing the levels, and they do it for almost all of the combat elements, except for a couple of the ones that we had there that was just sort of a little square throwaway thing. Most of them are these kind of roundish levels.
Which was something I picked up. I didn't watch him play the whole thing, but I did come in once in a while, and the first one I noticed, I was like, oh, it's a big circle we're going in.
Some of the magic skills you pick up later in the game. If you work it right, you can kind of juggle them all together to get some crazy combos going on there. I probably should have spent more time getting used to the combo system or the skills in the game. Instead, early on for each character, I'd find 4 or 5, the first 4 or 5 that I picked up, map them to different face buttons, and I'd usually kind of stick with them throughout the entire level. Part of the reason, part of the thing, one of the things I wish I knew when we started is kind of how to better utilize the skills. So when you're playing the game, take the time. Let me show you off the skill table. Each character has sort of this big skill tree like this. Skills are unlocked. Some of them are hidden in levels. Some of them you get for just completing story parts. But eventually you can unlock a whole series of skills and attributes. And then you spend those little purple stars that you pick up. Those are XP. And you spend those on improving your skills. But try out some of the later ones. Don't get kind of...
Too comfy with the originals you pick up?
Yeah, precisely. Because you kind of get in a rut, and some of the later ones are really good. Each character also has a mega one that uses sort of like a whole ton of magic, like that screen clearing.
The big chain grid that came up there, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. They're kind of nice if you're a Final Fantasy fan, you like the big summons. They're all kind of like that, so... Also, when you're leveling up, one of the things that I wish somebody would have told me is put your XP into passive skills first. The first skill you unlock is sort of the Cipher Mastery. Has a whole ton of levels, and it really pays off if you focus on that pretty consistently throughout your time with character.
Right.
Also, some of these other skills, like the magic ones, the sphere, and the physical attacks. They're here as you unlock them, but they start off at level 1. If you're not using it, don't bother to upgrade it. And if you are using it, just get it up to level 5 as quick as you can. Beyond that, all the passive ones are a good idea to improve, because those really, you use them all the time. So it can save you from having to like blow points in other things. The attributes are another thing that it kind of depends. They vary per character, but every character has some of these that are in common. And these are all given depending on your level. You get like 1 point per level. And it's a good idea to get the ones that give you extra XP, so you don't have to spend less time leveling overall. And then over on the left side here, each character has a lot that are specific to that character. Those tend to give you really nice attack or defense buffs, and it's good to kind of focus there. Some of the ones in the middle here are expensive, and I found generally not worth it. But you know, it's everybody's playstyle varies. So.
And I did want to mention also that he's already cleared the game, but found some things that he wish he'd known since earlier on that he wanted to share with you guys. So, the cat keeps bumping into the mic stand. I don't know how audible that is.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of these things were sort of like, gee, I sure wish I would have known this going into it. As of like, eventually I was able to platinum this thing, so I've kind of been all the way through it now. But one of the things that it took me way too long to figure out is food. The food items in this game. You know, they're HP recovery, but they also actually give you XP. And in fact, you can get a lot more XP eating food than you can fighting monsters and whatnot.
That's funny.
So as you go through the game, make sure you continuously eat whatever food you find. You get hit points back for it, so it is life recovery. But it takes you a while to eat the food, as opposed to
yes.
potions. So you can pop like a healing potion, and it'll instantly heal you. So if you're in a boss fight or something like that, where you can't spend 5 minutes as they're chewing on a pork chop, just go to your potions and use those. Potions don't get you XP though. So if you've got a little more time, you're between levels, and you just want to fill up life between, or if you're in a lighter level, doesn't have a boss where you can take a few seconds, then use your food for HP recovery in those situations.
Can you eat a piece of something now?
Oh, absolutely.
You can see, and imagine that while you're like, while something's. She only ate like part of the grapes.
She did. She's saving the rest for later.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny. You can also queue up. Say you wanted to either drink a lot of potions or eat a lot of food. You can actually eat them in bulk, and you put them that way. And it'll, like, anything you put in there, it'll, like, sit down and just, like, auto-plow through it.
And, oh my gosh, but she does take forever. Well, any of the characters takes forever.
They really do.
And, which, yeah, I could see while you're in the middle of a fight, go with the potions.
Definitely, yeah, especially the boss fights. And some of the boss fights in this game are really,
they
really
can
harsh,
be,
so.
yeah. I sat in on some of this. I did not watch the whole gameplay, but I did sit in on a few. And it's very nice to watch.
It is a very pleasant-looking game. I mean, the hand-drawn style for the sprite art is just beautiful. I love this. Vanillaware's made other games like Dragon's Crown, Muramasa. Dragon's Crown's always been one of my favorites as far as multiplayer brawler.
Right.
This one's single-player only, but it's got a lot of the same kind of, like, the fighting mechanics themselves.
Yeah.
And yes, absolutely, the feel. Plus, the art style isn't quite as unrealistic, just going to like over the top as it is in Dragon's Crown. Dragon's Crown gets a little bit ridiculous. This one feels a little bit more storybooky, just nice in general. Oh look, I'm tiny. Yay! The other thing is, if you're where I go, I'm lost.
You're so tiny.
The other thing is, you can go small in some situations to get through hidden doorways. Like there's little cracks in the wall that you can only get through when you're small, but you take extra damage. You can also knock off the small status whenever you want by hitting triangle. If you're looking for a platinum in this game, one of the things that I found out the hard way is at the very start of the title screen, you've got the option to play in classic mode, which is sort of like the PS2 version, or the modern mode, complete mode, or updated mode. Don't pick classic mode. If you pick classic mode, it disables all the trophies, so you really don't want to start with that one.
No. How far did you get before you realized that was wrong?
Thankfully not very, just a couple levels.
Oh, cute.
Now another thing, let's see, let me go back to... Let's go to the... the other thing is, when you're playing through it, especially if you're trying to get a platinum on it, there's certain items that you want to hold on to. So all of the little fruits in the grounds, the things where you hit them and they pop up and they attack you a little bit, save them. If you're not planning on using them, if you're not actually using the potions very much, which generally not use a whole lot of them, save them all the way through the game, all the way to the end, and at the end you can share your treasure chest. It makes it a lot easier to use those. One of the last potions you'll get is you have to make all of the food items in the game at the village.
There's more seeds to your right, too.
Okay. You have to get every last one of the recipes, and unless you've been stockpiling those seeds, it's really difficult to pull them all together. You can spend a lot of time having to grind it if you haven't been saving it for everybody or if you've been using them throughout the game. So hold on to those.
Can you show them?
Absolutely. These little guys, the mandragores.
Oh, yeah. Specifically mandragores, or?
Yeah, that class of items. They're the little guys, when you hit them on the ground...
Oh, these are all little mandragores?
Yes.
Oh, I guess I'm thinking FF11 90s.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun with the little leaves on their heads?
Yeah.
Let me see if I don't see anything there's one on this map, but...
No, you did. Well, you picked them out. You picked up that Carrotier and the Habanero, I think.
That's the ones, yeah. You hit them, they pop up, and they kind of run around, and they can actually attack you slightly. But the main thing is, when you see them, you're going to want to... Here's one right here. Just pick them up and save them. Like that little enemy dude. The other thing is those coins that I was picking up along with it are... those are another thing you're probably going to want to use... Well, those you're going to want to use as you go through the game and play through each character. You take them to the village, and I don't know if there's a way... Let me see if I can get to the...
And you were picking up stuff by kneeling down on it.
Yes.
Which I didn't realize for the ones, and how you were picking it up. You don't just run over it, you have to actually pick it up.
Yes, you have to kind of crouch down on each item and pick it up, so... let's see... Oh, here we go. Triangle, go to the village. This is where you're going to spend those little coins that you pick up, and you really want to take advantage of this as you play through the game. Go here. There's two restaurants to the left and to the right. Doesn't really matter which one you go to.
They have the same stuff?
They have different items, but they're kind of comparable. You should check out both ones and see, depending on
which one you like.
Yeah. But what you use it for is, see, I've got 4 of the gold coins and 10 of the silver coins. And you're going to want to come here and buy items, buy food frequently. And this is really the other main thing you do to get your XP up. If you don't do this, you're going to be under-leveled when you go into levels. You're going to spend a lot of time grinding.
You get XP for buying it or eating it?
Well, it's the same thing. On these items, except for a couple of takeout items here.
Oh, really?
You actually eat them here in the restaurant.
Oh, how funny.
The other thing I've found, if you want to be really miserly about it, you can potentially spec out by buying some of the smaller things, and come out like 100 XP ahead if you eat 8 whatever stuffed chicken instead of 1 steak tartare. But really, if you have any kind of efficiency at all, just get the most expensive thing you can use that uses the most of your coins without leaving any leftovers, and eat that consistently. Just spend those until you're out of coins. There's no reason to hold on to the coins, is what I'm getting at here. Use them all whenever you get a chance to come back to this village. get your level up, and that way you don't end up in a crazy grind fest or walking into bosses when you're like 8 levels below and you've got no hope of winning.
Bite. Holy cow.
She wolfs it down too.
That she eats fast, but not the flipping grapes out on the field.
Yeah, the grapes take a half hour. Well,
like the apple. Here's a bite.
She's got
Here's a
bite.
bite.
Hits or something.
Here's a bite. Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe.
With pleasure.
Who doesn't love Touchy? I love Touchy. The other, yeah, some of the different characters are vastly different in terms of your combos too. Like one of the characters has a sort of rampage mode, and his playstyle is like vastly different.
Can you show them at all?
I can. I gotta go back to the title screen, so it'll take a while to load up. But Mercedes, the little fairy character, actually makes it a whole different type of game. She's got a crossbow, and when you play as her, the whole game becomes sort of like a shooter, like a platform shooter, like Contra.
Okay.
Means totally different tactics that you use for bosses, for enemies, for levels. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. She takes damage a lot faster. But basically, even though you're playing through the same types of levels 5 times, I did not get bored at all going through this.
That's cool.
I thought it was really great. There's a ton of replay content in there. The Platinum's not insanely difficult to get through or anything. It just takes, experiencing every part of the game to get it.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And then you start with the same person, and then you change to somebody. You unlock the next person, unlock the next person.
Right.
Is that how it works? Okay.
After you play through all
Because
the
you
levels...
mentioned that you unlocked her last, so...
Yeah, you play through all the levels with one character to get to the next. And then after you play through all sets of characters, there's basically a boss rush at the end with some endgame bosses.
Right.
And you can play that, you have to pick which character you want to use for which boss. And that's kind of the...
That's cool.
To wrap it up. If you pick the right order, you get the right ending. If you pick a bad order, you get the wrong ending. But they give you clues that make it pretty obvious who you're supposed to pick.
So. You can look it up online, too.
You can, but by that time you'll have documents. They actually give you documents with written clues.
That's fine.
Like a prophecy. And they do a great job of spelling it out, so it doesn't take much guesswork.
Well, that's cool.
So what do you think? You think this one's a winner?
Yeah, is that all you're gonna show for now?
Yeah, that's basically all I had as far as stuff that I wish I knew. It'd be great if they made a sequel to this game. I just can't get enough of it.
And it didn't come out that long ago.
Yeah, for the PS4, you're right. Oh, the story's really great too. It's got a lot of oddly opera references. So if you're a fan of like Wagner or like the Ring Cycle, you'll see actually a surprising number of similarities and references there. That said, if you haven't, it doesn't detract from the game
it's
at
not
all,
like
so.
you have to know it to.
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
But yes, I enjoyed what I saw. I thought it was really fun and pretty, and obviously as a watcher on occasion, it's not like I missed anything.
Yeah, it's because it's more of a hack and slash. You can hop in and out, and you're not really behind the scenes. Although I will say, the story is also told in a very non-linear fashion.
Right.
Like the timeline jumps around and you switch between different characters, so it's don't feel bad if you're not keeping up with the entire thing as you go. Once you beat the game, you have the option to kind of see the whole thing in see the whole thing in a more linear, straight...
That's right, they show you everything at the end, right?
Yeah, they give you a whole timeline, so you can kind of sort out the plot on your own, and you can see it all kind of like spelled out in a sequence that way. There's a lot of characters. Each of the different characters has their own subset of people they deal with, so... again, don't feel bad if you have trouble keeping up with it the first time through. By the end of it, you're not going to be lost.
In a swampy area.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
And you get poisoned, which is fun. That's okay, because you can, like...
swing across.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway.
It's a pretty cool game. I enjoyed watching what I saw.
And I enjoyed playing what I played. So
oh, yes, you did. You played it a lot.
It's true, it really is. Well,
not a bad thing. It's just, jeez, that snuck up on you.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.